Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to... I did almost say Naruto. What? This is Jujutsu Craft. Why are you still here? I went in peaceful mode and cleared all the mobs, but somehow these two stayed around. Anyways, welcome back to Jujutsu Craft. Last time, we're continuing on with the JJSK mobs, add-on rather. We had fought, words are hard. We had gone through a few more of these techniques. We've gone through all the ones in these two lists, and we were going through the ones in this list and starting up on these. So, there's not a lot of standout ones here. What were the ones that were actually kind of fun to play with? Dido's super easy. Charles is interesting. It's a little bit weird. Basically, you need to land hits as Charles in order to build up your, like, future sight abilities, and then you get, like, dodge chances. It can be pretty good, but there's also a lot of luck, and you actually need to be able to stand and do combat. So, it can beat Maharaga. It's not entirely easy to beat Maharaga, but it is possible. And I have a feeling you might be able to max out a little bit higher, but it's not going to be easy. Other than that, most of these were kind of whatever. And then we tried out Sugawara Michizuri, which, for some reason, this is a very different technique than the one the mob used. The mob uses a version of Limitless, but it doesn't use Infinite Void. Meanwhile, the one you can use, you actually have a whole bunch of extra cursed energy, which is nice, and then it's like lightning based. And it's a really cool moveset, actually. I think it's probably pretty safe to say that, like, damage-wise at least, it's probably pretty much comparable. You just don't have Limitless. So, or the Infinity, not Limitless. Limitless is the technique itself. Infinity is what allows you to not get hits. So, like, it's a lot of fun. Lightning Discharge is probably pretty comparable damage-wise to Purple. Like, it might even max out slightly higher. I'm not 100% sure. But just a very fun, very powerful technique. And we fought most of the remaining mobs. We fought Chozo, Tomb of the Star. He literally just has 5 times health. That's the only difference I can find. We fought Dabura, who's just really strong. I don't think I even managed to hurt him very much. I knocked him down to like 500, and then that's when he activates healing in this version too. And then he also has like that sublight speed, which is basically an insta-kill against me. Or it was, at least with that technique. Yeah, he's very scary. And then there's Yuki, Tomb of the Star, which once again, just like Chozo, it's pretty much the same fight. She just has a bunch more health. I think she does extra damage. We didn't actually manage to beat her, though. When we were doing a fight against her, the entire game ended up freezing, and then it came back and we were dead. But by then, we were already too late, and I didn't have time to continue recording, so we just ended off. So we're gonna have to refight her today, and then other than that, we have this Yuji and Gojo. So we're going to be fighting them. And I think that's about it from last time. Um, I would love to continue on with Michizuri's, but also I just sort of want to get through the rest of these techniques first. So I do have a list of like the strongest techniques, and I'm just going to go back through them whenever we're trying to beat Hei and Sukuna, and Sugawara is definitely on the list. So, next up is the Mad Scientist Curse User. I don't think we got any weapons of any sort. What have we got? Overhead, jump attack, we got the 6 eyes. RC car. Okay, so we got the 6 eyes, so it's cheaper. We summoned the car. Does the car do anything? Do I specifically have... Hold on. What is happening? I have no idea what's happening here. RC car. Okay, that did more damage than I was expecting. So yeah, I just summon a little car, and before I can even blink, it's just gone, and whatever I'm looking at is taking like a big hit. What about the actual car? Okay, you can take a hit like that. Get it. Get insect. Go get it. Go. I mean, it's funny. It doesn't seem good. RC car is surprisingly a lot of damage. Um... It... Hmm... Oh, you survived. Like, I have to be up close, the car has to actually follow me, and then the car has to decide it wants to hit things. So, while very funny, not good. Maybe it's better in a domain? Like, domain should add sure hits, in theory. A lot of these aren't actually doing that, though. So if I just summon the regular car in the domain... Get it! Yeah. The car seems to get, like, stuck a lot. RC car being sure hit works, though, at least. Yeah, this joins that list of, it's really funny. It's kind of fun. It's not great. I don't know. Yeah, that's it, right? Like, there's absolutely zero shot I beat Maharaga, right? This is probably maxing out. I don't even know if I could beat Jogo with this one. Just due to the fact that it's just the RC car, it's just like a single fly forward to do damage type skill. It's gonna require some tough aiming, unless you actually win the domain clash. Yeah, it doesn't feel great. It's really funny. It's not good. I think I'm good to just move on. Next up is Koizumi. We're into a bunch of characters I just do not recognize. Speed, jump, overhead, of course. Then we have hardening. Effect hardening true. It takes cursed energy over time, but it seems to recover at the same rate. Oh yes, I forgot to check. Do I even bother going back to RC car to see if it has an extension technique? I severely doubt it. But hardening. You know what? I should probably go double check Dabura's technique, see if that has an extension technique, because that one might. Hardening is on. This one, yeah. Let's just see. What does it do? I'm assuming. Okay, yeah. This is just going to be. Yeah, this is just really, really good defense. Okay, that makes sense. Overhead attack. Do I do extra damage or anything? No, doesn't look like it. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to recover any cursed energy using this technique, which is okay. It's not too bad to not recover energy if I'm not using it really for techniques. It just means I have to be a bit careful with like jump and whatnot. I can only use so many of them. And then reverse curse becomes a little bit trickier to use, but it's not terrible. Why does it feel like you were taking those hits better than usual? But I guess we should see how strong is our defense right now. Oh, somehow we did gain cursed energy back. I'm not entirely sure why. Yeah, that's really good defense, actually. The problem is, I mean, brute forcing your way through fights isn't too much of a problem, but usually I prefer to have like some sort of technique that also boosts strength if I'm trying to brute force win every fight. But you can do it without it, with just like the normal strength. It's just a little bit harder and you need to kind of get lucky with black flashes a bit more regularly. But, like, that's really good defense. I think I'd be down, like, 2 hearts at this point if I didn't stop to heal against Maharaga or try to gain any pure guard techniques. It kind of feels like Charles' technique. I think Charles' technique is better for blocking all damage, but this one feels more reliable. So, I'm kind of picturing it as, like, a very, very similar. Just due to the nature of this, it's really good at blocking physical hits. That's basically all we're taking right now. without facing like an actual strong curse technique, I don't know how strong it is against something like that. Like, I would need to see this against Sukuna or Gojo to see how well it handles those types of moves before I would say it's like super high class. Oh, what? Yeah, where we can win this fight pretty handily. I only have to heal like every bar or so. Like, it's just a matter of, is Maharaga gonna let me keep landing hits or not? And then I can just, like, put in a couple of speed attacks if we get knocked away too far. I that was weird. I feel like I should have been off cooldown by then. Oh, I actually landed a perfect guard there. So we can win this, no problem. Like, this is a very easy fight with this technique. I'm in no danger at all. Ah, dang it. Reverse curse, just get back up to full just in case. Ah, come on, he's just staying just outside of reach. Come on. I just kind of want to bring this fight to an end so he can move on. Oh, that missed. I went right through him. I guess I just missed his hitbox by like a couple of pixels or something. Come on. Speed attack is very nice. I'm always just outside of reach for like those big barrage attacks. Come on. We have fought Maharaga so many times, and every time he just decides to stay on screen longer and longer. Okay, that works fairly well, and speed attack. That one hit, though. That one I feel like should have missed and didn't. Like, it's a little bit tricky when the game decides you hit and when it doesn't. Wait, come on. Like, we know we're gonna win this fight. Can you just let us win at this point? And speed attack. Oh, that one only did 7? Why? Come on. Yeah, I'm just gonna see you when this fight is over. Like, I am in no danger. It's just how long does Maharaga decide to just keep knocking me away? Okay, yeah, that took like another 3 minutes or so, just because Maharaga just refused to die. Like, I knocked it down to 1 HP and then it healed multiple times. Anyways, very effective anti-Maharaga. I guess testing it against a Gojo is in order. Let's do /JJC Cursed Power 4000, just so that we don't have to wait for like regen or anything. So max power, let's just see. How well can we handle blues or whatever? Gojo Satoru. What are you... Did I break him? Why are... Why on earth did you do that? That was weird. Oh, I just tanked a red to the face. Although it looks like I also kind of destroyed it as well. Come on. This is weird. Come on. I'm also... This is definitely spoiler heavy stuff, so I kind of can't comment too much on it. It is a Gojo. We're fighting a Gojo. Come on. Why does he keep belly flopping? Why is he belly flopping like that? I'm so confused by this. Why are you doing that? This is so weird. I don't think this mob is working as intended, unless he's supposed to do that. Oh, that's kind of cool. Like I'm assuming supposed to be like a very small extension of the domain would be my guess. Like that's supposedly supposed to be a thing where you can like apply your domain for just a moment. And then you just get the effect that way without having to do like the whole barrier opening. Do I? Oh, he's not even using infinity. I figured I'd test it. Okay, now he's using infinity. Yeah, this is not a great fight. I'm not using domain expansion, so it's not like I stripped infinity off of him. Oh, he just full-on domained there. Okay. And if no one else wants to step up, then I will. I don't know if I should read that. I, I don't know if I should think too heavily of that. Also, brain damage 5, that makes sense. Slowness, weakness, blindness. He hollow purpled himself. Hi, Rika. Yeah. that fight feels broken. Like the constant belly floppings. A little weird. Yeah. Yeah, that's a fight. Definitionally, that is a fight. We won. Yeah. It feels like when he domains, he kind of does that. I might have been able to fight the domain there. I just sort of panicked and started pressing all the wrong buttons. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that fight at that. We beat it. I'd rather prefer just fighting the regular Gojo though, just because. Why does he belly flop? Why was he doing that? It's so weird. Anyways, time to move on to the next technique. This one might make it to the list. We saw it was able. It was. I say it tanked the red. What actually happened, I think, was I ended up destroying the red with the inverted spear, and it didn't do full damage. So I'm going to add this to the list that we're going to try against, like, the strong opponents again, and then I'm just going to move on for now. So this was... yeah, this is Koizumi. Let me go add it, and then we're going to move on to... Anaka-san we already tried. Lion Dance, Painting, Spider, Big Libs, I guess. Yeah, at this point... It's Big Libs, Practitioner, Teru, Chameleon, and... Yeah, I guess it's just these four. Let me write down Koizumi real quick, and then we're going to test out this one. Okay, it's written down. This is Big Libs. Kiss. Yeah, these are all very low-grade curse... Oh, Remote Explosion. Okay, so... It's just gonna be the same thing as It's basically the same thing as Nobara's technique then. Can I stack them though? That just is like 150 on its own. If I land like 2 kisses instead, this is a bad test. Like we already know how that's gonna go. Land 2 kisses and Remote Explosion. I cannot remote explode again, which makes me assume that insect no longer exists. Hey, look, a Sakuna finger. Let's try this. Kiss. We kissed Maharaga's butt. Okay, then. It seems like you can sort of kiss from anywhere, so you have a little bit of range on it, I guess. So I've done like 3 of them now. Remote Explosion. How much damage did that do? 80 or so. That's not bad. Okay, like, as soon as you kiss, though... Oh, he adapted to the kiss. He took 1 kiss and, Is there actually a system where, like, certain techniques are actually easier to adapt to than others? Like, it's supposed to be he takes a hit and then he adapts after a moment. Does like, the amount of damage an attack do, change how long it takes him to actually adapt to it? How exactly does the adaptation system work? I don't know. But, it's... simple domain, I assume? Kiss? Yeah, he still adapted to that one. Yeah, it's a very, very basic, very basic technique. It's just a matter of... Yeah. It's Nobara's... It's essentially Nobara's technique. But it feels way less fun to use. Like, this... What was happening with that little explosion there? Maharaga took extra hits and extra damage there, but I don't think that was me. There might actually be some sort of extra sure hit to that domain. Like, it looks... Those look like the same explosion animations, but that's a little bit hard to tell. It might be a case where, like, there was some sure hit where, like, there was some sort of miniature kiss going on, and Maharaga just got hit by a couple of times. I don't know, though. That could just be in my imagination. Yeah, big libs. It's very basic. You kiss a thing, you blow the thing up. It's yeah. I'm good to move on. There is the curse changer. Yeah, yeah. Come on, give me the thing, please. Thank you. So big libs, it's there. It's Nobara. If you want to have less fun while playing as Nobara, that's essentially it. Next up is Practitioner. I recognize the name. Sorrow, Waterfall, Stone Throwing, and Absorbing, Shattering Maelstrom. Okay. Might as well pull out the actual... I thought there was... I could have sworn there was actually a character for this one, or a cursed spirit that you could fight with it. Maybe not? I don't know. Oh, there's Yuji's thing in there. There's Kaori. I guess we would have to fight her again. I could have sworn there was actually a Curse Spirit Practitioner that you could fight. I could have sworn we fought it before. I don't know. There's way too many spawn eggs for me to go through everything to try and find it, though. So... Oh, well, I was going to spawn it in to test it against itself, but let's just see what it looks like on its own. Sorrow Waterfall. It's one of those where, like, you can't actually click on the mob. You actually have to click on the ground at their feet. It's not bad. I mean, in theory, I like it. It's a little bit hard to land, and it seems like it doesn't do that much without a full charge. But if you can get a full charge, and they manage to stay right there, it's not a bad technique. It's just a technique that I have a hard time enjoying just because of just how hard it is to actually hit. So next up, stone throwing. Did we win? Well, that's very good for gaining some distance. Ah! Oh, there you are. I was aiming in the entirely wrong place. Stone throwing. There's essentially 0 cooldown on it. It also does essentially 0 damage, apparently. Either that or it's just not hitting any of them. Okay, and it is like a barrage attack, where the longer you hold it, the more stones you throw. I wasn't quite sure. It's not great. You sort of have to get them trapped in a corner and like keep hovering on them to make sure the stones keep hitting. It's absorbing. Okay, I think that is actually applying some sort of healing. If it's called absorbing. Is it? I'm second guessing that. Oh, it's cursed energy absorbing, not health absorbing. It's... we went from 310... This would be much more useful against another player than it is against the mobs, because the mobs don't have limited curse energy. Yeah, this is joining that list where, like, in multiplayer, this would be so much more fun. Actually, I don't think anyone would really have fun with this technique in multiplayer. Like, the person using it gets a lot of bonuses in a fight. But whoever you're fighting against in multiplayer probably isn't going to like you very much for this one. Like, cursed energy is like a really important resource. If someone gets up this and just completely drains your opponent of cursed energy, that's essentially just a guaranteed win. Like, unless your opponent is someone like Yuta or someone like Gojo with 6 eyes, you just win with this. Or I guess Sukuna too, but still. It only does a little bit of damage, so it's not great for that. But it basically only costs like 50. You can get like... It's a little bit hard. I think you can... I think with, like, the right opponent, if you had some way of, like, stun locking them a little bit, you could actually get energy back from using this one. But, like, if you get hit and get stunned or knocked away while you're trying to use this, it is going to be an energy sink instead. Shattering Maelstrom is next up. Oh, it's a tornado. It, hmm. Yep, it's just the tornado. So, you have, like, Life Drain, you have Stone Throwing, you have Water, and you have Wind. You just don't have any sort of fire skill, I guess. It's an interesting one. Hmm. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's a little weird. It's a little hard to use. I'm gonna do the whole curse power thing. I guess I give it its Maharaga test just because I give everything a Maharaga test at this point. I don't know. I think you beat Jogo. I see pretty. I see some Jogo wins. Shattering Maelstrom's fairly powerful. It feels like it's a lot of small hits that don't do a lot of damage on their own. So I don't know if I see anything higher than that. Yeah, that does. He just heals through it. He went down to like 400 and then he instantly like healed out of it again. The only saving grace for this technique against Maharaga is that it's does a lot of different types of techniques. Like, Maharaga will adapt to each one separately, just because they're different damage types. Yeah, Stone's Throw continues to be pretty bad. Absorbing. Oh, okay. I think I actually got energy back from that Absorbing that time, and then I wasted it on the second one. Absorbing. He's adapted to the damage from it, but I still gain energy back. Okay, so interesting. Good to note. So I think it's like a plus. I think it's like a plus 50 if you get like the full charge. Anything other than that, though, and you're just gonna lose energy on that. That's more useful in multiplayer so that you can actually drain your opponent out of their energy. But yeah. None of the attacks do enough damage. You can't actually use them to like to beat Maharaga outright before he actually heals up. So basically, what you're doing here is you're just going to try like face tanking Maharaga, barrage attack, land black flashes. Maybe occasionally get some absorbing, get the full charge back, get a little bit of energy back to reverse curse. I think that's what happens here. This is an interesting one. But just like all of the Curse Spirit ones, I feel like, besides maybe one or two, if it comes from a Curse Spirit, it basically boils down to this would be more fun if you're using someone who's using a different technique from this list. Like, yeah. Just playing with these Curse Spirit techniques against the mobs, most of these Curse Spirits get like one episode of screen time, if that. With like the exception of Insect, who got like 2 before getting destroyed. It's fun. There's some fun to be had with it, but probably under different circumstances would be a lot better. So that's whatever this one's name is. Not Big Lips. That's Practitioner. Next up, Terror Bozu. What have we got? Attack, Knockback, Barrage, Blood Rain, Blood Scythe, Slicing Exorcism, Supernova, Crimson Avalanche. Okay, it's blood techniques again. We do actually have access to Supernova, though. I cannot remember his name. Chozo's curse technique is supposed to have Supernova, but it doesn't appear sometimes for some reason. Well, this one does have it, which is good to know. But I think this might legitimately be exactly the same as Chozo's technique. Yeah, Blood Rain. Yeah, I think... Yeah, that's just short range. Yeah, we saw that one while testing out SO. Blood Scythe. I disagree that I was in range and should have been Stunlocked there. I disagree on both fronts, actually. Oh, that one's different. The Chozo can't do that. Blood Scythe. It's cool. Do we do blood poisoning? I'm questioning, does blood poisoning just not work against Curse Spirits, maybe? Because, like, it keeps not working when I test it against Insect, but it feels like Maybe it just doesn't work on cursed spirits. I wish Blood Scythe did more damage. I haven't been able to actually get a full charge attack with it. Start charging up Blood Scythe. It's fully charged now. He's just going to stun lock me here, and I'm not going to get it off. Okay, nope. I wish that did more damage. Like, it's cool looking. It does not do enough damage, though. Slicing, Exorcism. Yep, that's this technique, which, if you land a good one, is actually pretty powerful. Supernova. What is the difference between Supernova and Blood Rain? um... This doesn't feel great. Like, seriously, what's the difference between Supernova and Blood Rain? Like, if I use a Supernova on you, it did 22 and then you instantly healed out of it. What if I use Blood Rain instead? It did 35. It's just, it's the same exact range as Supernova, but it does less damage and costs 4 times more. That's weird. Crimson Avalanche. I don't think Chozo can do that either. Oh, no, definitely. Was that a... Oh, okay, so it's the same technique as a... Yeah, it's the same Blood Wave technique that Chozo uses, but it's got some extra bits to it where you have to, like, summon the Curse Spirit in front of you to actually activate it. It looks cooler. It's a decent technique. It's a little bit hard to actually judge how much damage it's going to do, just because there's, like, some random chance with, like, the wave bounces actually hitting their targets. And then its domain expansion. I just sort of assumed this is going to be the, Okay, it's not even the Chozo domain. Like, this is very clearly just like a form of blood technique very similar to Chozo's technique. I feel like it probably should have gotten the Chozo domain. Like, the fact that this... did that sure hit? I think it sure hits. It's hard to tell. Oh, yeah, that's definitely sure hitting. Yeah. This is just like the 4th time we've seen blood manipulation, and it just feels like the Chozo version is just the best one anyways. Like, it doesn't have Wing King, which is probably my favorite blood technique thing. It doesn't have Flowing Red Scale. The Blood Wave here feels... Well, the Blood Wave here is exactly the same. Supernova is just like a worse version of the Blood thing, Blood Rain, and Blood Rain is like super short range and kind of hard to use. Eh. It's cool it's here. The Blood Scythe, while cool, should probably do more damage. Like, that does, like, nothing, even to just Insect. I could test it against Maharaga, but it's all, like, the same blood type attack, and he's just going to adapt to it. Nothing big enough to actually break through. It would just end up being a slap fight again. Yeah. Yeah. I'd rather just play as Chozo. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with it, but I'd rather play as Chozo. That's essentially what it boils down to. And the final technique, Chameleon. After this, we have tested out every technique at least a little bit. I have forgotten to test whether or not anything has like a reverse curse or extension technique. Chameleon has invisibility. Chameleon has invisibility. We're a chameleon. We do as chameleons do. It's a 2. That's awful. That's, like, actually awful. It's a 2-minute cooldown for 3 seconds of invisibility? Are you kidding me? Yeah. Yeah, that's awful. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's try that one again. Maybe I have to, like, click and hold it for longer. Okay, and I get, like, a full charge here. And activate. And... Is it until I move? Hold on. Hold on. I need to test this. Is it... what is this? This is awful. Is it... does it stay active for as long as I hold the button? Let's see. I think I've been holding the button for 15 seconds now. Let's see. I've been holding the button probably about 20 seconds now. So let's just see. 35, 45, 35, 50 on recording time is when it should run out. Let's see. No? It's not as... what is... okay, it's been 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Is it twice as long as I hold the button down for? It might be fairly accurate. That's still... it's still not good. Huh. I mean, I'm always going to downplay the importance of invisibility, especially in like in single player. It's just not great. You can have some usability with it occasionally, but like this is one where we're supposed to be fighting. I mean, if you can get an invisibility off, it will save you. It will de-aggro you from like a thing before they can launch like a big attack, and you can rush in and get like a sneak attack and get some damage in that way. But this is definitely falling into that category. Let's see. Let's just try activating it. It's been activated for a moment. Insects there. Is it? It's not even true invisibility. It's not even true invisibility. The mobs can still see you. That's literally worthless. Like this is only usable in multiplayer, and even then, if you're in a multiplayer fight, the other player knows you're coming at them, and there's a decent chance they just have a big wide AoE attack. This is actually pointless. I was kind of ranting about how Ranta Zenin, like the Blood Eye one, is kind of worthless because it's going to work against like half the opponents, if not less. But this one, at least that one works against half the opponents. This one works against literally only other players and probably only once. Wow, this is literally worthless. Cool. The final technique is probably the worst technique out of either add-on and the base mod. Like, I see what you're going for. Like, in Chameleon's literal whole thing was just turning invisibility. I'm not blaming the mod creator for this one. The only thing I will say, I think there's like true invisibility where mobs can't see you through invisibility. Like, it probably should have that instead. But maybe that's like a thing with like the base mod where I don't know how it works. I know there's invisibility. There's two different types of invisibility. I don't know how you get one versus the other so that mobs can't see you. But yeah, I don't know how you do that. I just know there is a way to do it. If there was a way to make it true invisibility, give it that, please. Like that's the only way it's usable. And even then, eh. Even if that is how it worked, it's still at best. Yeah, this is not the add-on's fault. There's not a lot of work with just invisibility. But still, yeah. Anyways, that's it for techniques. I still want to try fighting this Yuji one time at least. So let's head back to someone else. Definitely not doing it as Chameleon. let's just test it out as Koizumi. Just like really strong defense against him. Let's just see what he is capable of, and maybe we'll survive an attack or two. Yuji Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen -- I would guess that this is Majulo. He has more health than Sukuna now. Yep, that's a cleave. That's... Yeah, that might have been dismantle. Oh, there's blood technique. Ow. Oh, not domain expansion. Oh, he just domained us. Wow. 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 I'm literally not allowed to attack him back. Okay. Yep. I saw a new Yuji with a name I didn't recognize. I figured he'd be strong. Yeah. Tell me a series where the main character at the end of the series and past it doesn't literally become a god of some sort. I'll wait. I don't think you can find one. So, yeah, that is not surprising he is that strong at some point. But anyways, that's probably a pretty good place to end things off. Next time I guess we should probably beat Yuki. That one's still on the list. And then what I'm probably gonna do is do like another round of testing this Yuji and this Yuji and this Deborah against the big pads just to see how they do. Actually, we have a little bit of time today. I had the other Deborah fight Maharaga before. Let's see, how did these two do? I should have been in the creative mode. Game mode C. I'm probably gonna get caught in the crossfire here and die if I'm not careful. Oh, this Deborah is much stronger than the other one. Like, this one's going to manage to kill Maharaga before he ends up having to activate his other stuff. Oh, it's not even close. He took 0 damage, essentially. Hold on. Deborah versus Deborah. Let's just see. Like, 730 armor, 830 armor. I'm curious. Let's see. Like, that attack was from you. It's gonna be a little bit hard to tell because the light attacks are gonna look very similar just due to the nature of them being light attacks. The cooler animations are going to come from the JJSK one, that's for sure. This one should activate sublight speed in a moment, and probably his domain too. But it's just too late. Okay. Yeah, and to note, the JJSK Deborah was already damaged. Not a lot, but he had taken some hits. Yep. That was actually closer than I was expecting. I was expecting him to survive with like 500 HP left. So, yeah, JJSK's Deborah and Deborah technique are definitely stronger than Jujutsu Craft V. That is unsurprising. That means that you actually get your rematch against Gojo and Sukuna just to see if that changes the pecking order at all. I don't suspect it will, but like, hey, the Jujutsu Craft V1 was able to put up like a really good fight against Sukuna for a while. It might be even closer this time. Oh, that's cool. This is where Yuji just completely annihilated us. Look what he did to the environment. I don't even think Sukuna makes cleaves that clean. Sukuna just destroys everything. This is like surgical. But anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank everyone one more time for watching, and a special thank you to the channel members, Yamato Tanagura, Goddess of the Starfilled Void, O'Mello, It Me, Sammy Lawrence, and Logan Anderson. Thank you all so much for the extra support. For real now, take care, everybody.